Hey there, folks. Foggy here. Welcome to day 109 of my year of solo board gaming, described by many to be ill-advised and stupid. In fact, I even saw a New York Times article that had nothing to do with this stream whatsoever, but still, it's ill-advised and stupid. We're in the middle of Under Falling Skies. We're actually at the halfway point. There are a total of 7 games in the campaign, so we're going to be playing the entire campaign as a single week on this channel. And we've already succeeded in the first 3 games. We're also playing at the easiest level, so this is not a commentary on my skill as a player of this game or the difficulty of this game. I'm playing it with the biggest training wheels you can possibly imagine. So this game is tough, especially on higher levels, which are controlled by whether or not you have any of these flipped or not. And currently I have none of them flipped, so that's why it's so easy. We're playing in the middle of chapter 2, which is the digging in chapter, and we have 3 cities left to choose from: Cairo, Johannesburg, and London. We have 2 characters, and we have 2 chapters, and there's an extra city in here that just simply won't get used. It will simply not get used at all. So we're going to do the remaining 2 chapters. We're going to do 1 city, 2 cities, and then the city that will not be used is Johannesburg. Sorry, Johannesburg. That's a bummer. We'll just put that up there, out of the way. Now we're going to take our two remaining characters. We're going to divvy these up, sort of just flip them back and forth, not really paying any attention to what I've got in my hands. And then there we go. And we're going to do the same thing with the adventures. And then we'll take a look at what we've got. We're just going to keep doing this. I'm going to stare uncomfortably at the camera while I'm doing it. How are you doing? How's everyone doing today? You having a good day? I don't know what day you're seeing this. Probably April 19th, because I think that's the day that this goes out. So April 19th, not a great day in history, really. All right, there we go. So what we got is London. Whenever you use a jet fighter effect, you can also destroy 1 ship on an explosion space with a number that is higher by 1. That's nice. Which means that, let's say if you were to use, because it blows up everything that is that value or lower. So let's say I had a 5 and I had ships here, 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 and here, and here on this 4, 3, 6, and 6. I think what that means is that I can blow up the 4 and the 3, just naturally, that's what the fighter jet does. And I can blow up one of the 2 6s. This will use B and E for its base. Oh, actually, I don't want to pull these out yet. I don't know which city I'm actually going with. And then the difficulty is, the reactor is having difficulties. Guess it's time for another shutdown. Reactor leak. Place the 6 number tokens next to the energy track. The numbers are not used, so place them face down. If you increase your energy at any time during your turn, place 1 token on the city damage track at the end of that turn. Start on the skull space and add each new token on the space 1 above it. Add only 1 token. If you did not increase your energy that turn, remove the topmost token from the track. If the damage marker is ever at or below the topmost token, you lose. So basically, it is giving you both. You have to be careful that you're not creating so much energy that you destroy the base. So that's good to know. That's scary. Karima Almasi is the manager. During the room's phase, transfer 1 worker die to a different space of the same type. That can be a really great way to get around the column limit. It's only usable once. Just keep that in mind. Let's see. Some lessons are learned the hard way. So she's got an infection. She's starting to take over and become an alien. Dangerous research. No changes to setup. When you advance on the research track, your base takes 1 damage if you move more than 1 space. It is possible to use multiple effects, advancing 1 space for each to avoid the penalty. You can also choose to move 1 space at a time, and your city can be destroyed if you. Wow, that is crazy. So essentially, as you're investigating, if you go from say 3 to 3, all in 1 move, because you got an 8 somehow, then you'll take 1 damage. If you advance 4, then 1, then 3, you won't take any damage. So that is good to know. And then if you're here and you go to if you get 14, and that's enough to kill your city, you still lose. That is crazy. Yaroslav Ruchika is a programmer. Choose one type of room effect in this round's room phase. Effects of that type resolve with a +1 bonus. That could be huge. Cairo. At the beginning of each room's phase, you may transfer one worker die from an AA gun room to a different room in the same column. Holy cow, that's cool. That's really cool. That is a tough one to choose. That is really tough to choose. The reactor leak seems like it's going to be pretty easy to manage. I like the fact that you'll have a little bit more flexibility in terms of destroying ships. But I kind of want to play with Cairo. I kind of want to play with that city. That feels like a much more fun city to play with. I just do not like this. All right, this is going to be rough. This is going to be rough. Sorry, Lyndon. Sorry, Karima. Your city was blown up. It was horrible. All right, we're going to put this here. We do, however, also have Samantha. Samantha will allow us to basically go +1. Put that there. Put this over a little bit so we got enough space. We'll put Yaroslav below. So she can advance the research track for a combined value of 6 or less. So at one point we can actually have a nice big jump up, which is really cool. Yaroslav will get the +1 bonus at some point. And then we're doing dangerous research. We'll put this right here. There's no changes to setup, so we don't need anything else. We just need our little red thing here that we'll put all our dice in. We're going to get, for this one, we're going to use D and F. So there's F and there's D. D is on top. And F is on bottom. There we go. Holy moly, that is not a lot of that's not a lot of damage that I can take. That is really, really bad. That's there. And we're starting on 1. Oh my lord, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. What have I gotten myself into, folks? Oh my god, I'm looking at this. This is just, that's evil. I mean, it's great that you got a stretch of 3 here. But I mean, oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt hard. Let's do this. It's about time I lost one. You can play each game twice. If you do lose the first time, you can play it a second time. In fact, what's really cool, I'm going to show you this real quick. Each city has a reverse side. That's basically what you do if you lose the first round. So this allows you to basically transfer one person each round, which is really cool. All right, so we've got our dice here. First thing that we need to do is we need to excavate. We need to excavate quick. And I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not a good way to start by advancing one. And see, we ran into this last time where the 5 and the 6 are in such an unuseful configuration. If you put a 6 here or a 5 here, you basically advance the mothership. So we're going to do the same thing that we did last time, which is use a 6 over here. Now that's going to use up our only energy. So we do actually have to get some energy going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go ahead and get some energy. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a 5 and a 2. But I think we're going to do the 2 first. If we do the 4, that'll move that back over there. Sorry. I think, yeah, I want to do a 2 here just to get this out of the way. We're not going to blow anything up, but I don't want this. Yeah, we'll go there. We're now going to do the 5 on the energy, so we get some energy going this round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll move that there. We're then going to go ahead and do a 4 here. So that'll use up some of our energy, but at least will start us up on the research track going. So that's going to move this down to here. And this will cause us to re-roll this. And we get a 6. So the 6 would be good because that's going to give us a 5. And I think we want to move this. We could move this here. And then because we can transfer one worker die from an AA gun to a different room in the same column, we'll move this down here. So this gives us some flexibility in terms of where do we want to put things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we're going to go with that. We're going to do that. That's going to put that there. So that's probably our best bet. And then at the start of the room phase, we're going to transfer this down by 1. Okay. So first thing that we need to do is we need to get rid of that. And then we're going to excavate for 1, pushing our energy down to 0. We're going to increase this by 4. So we're up to 4. We're now going to get 5 and 4 for our energy. And unfortunately, we're really not going to do that much in terms of research. Unfortunately, it's not going to be that huge of a jump simply because we can only move up these 2 spots. We could use her ability now. We could just let that kick in now. That would put us up there and advance us by 2. And it's not a bad idea. But I kind of feel like I want to save her 6 for up here. So we're just going to take that for now. It is 2 different effects, so we're not going to take any damage on the base. And that's that. And now we're going to bring this down by 1. Here. We're going to start our next turn. We have a lot of explosions down here, so I think we're not going to worry too much about advancement yet and trying to get a boost. We can do this for 6. Where does that put this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's a good idea. We'll go ahead and get that going. Oh, and I forgot to subtract the energy that I lost, that I used up for the research. And speaking of which, we're going to need some more energy. So I think this is the only spot left that I can use. And there's nothing in that column, so that's awesome. We'll put that there. This is going to be a tough one to really work with. If I had a way to do, and I think I do have a way to do it. Let's see what we got. We got 1, 4, and 6 left, and we've got these as columns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would move that down to there. Now we could do that for the research. I think I want to do that for the research. And unfortunately, that won't put us in a position where we can blow out that ship. But I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think we're going to actually push this here. This is going to be the one that we move down again, because I think that was a good way to do it. We are going to go ahead and get this one down first, and we're going to leave that there. So this leaves us this that we have to re-roll. We get a 2. We can put this somewhere in here and move everything down by 2, or we can move it down by 1. So if we move it, I'm going to actually do this here. We're going to do this for 2. This moves down 2. This moves down 2. Because this will blow it up. This will just simply blow it up. That's kind of nice. All right, so now we're going to drop this down as part of our Cairo phase. We've not used either of their abilities, so that's good. We're going to use 1 energy to move this forward. This does not get used at all. This is going to advance our energy up by 5. This is going to blow up anything on a 1 or less. Now that really is only going to affect that 1 spot. And then finally we're going to move this up by 5. And so we're going to move that there. We do not trigger any damage. We're not getting anybody infected with alien parasites or anything like that, so we're all good. And that's the end of my turn, the rooms phase. So we're going to move this down by 1. This ship comes out, rejoins the column. And we're going to move this back by 2. All right, so now we have one more excavation that we really have to do. Something to keep in mind. That's garbage. Oh my God, that's garbage. So we can take a great big mulligan on this one. Just do a bunch of 1s. And then hopefully we get a 5 or a 6. I think what I'm going to do... That's so bad. That's so bad. We're going to have to play at least one thing. Oy. I guess we'll go... I'm not even sure where to put this. Like, I don't see any place where I can actually put this that'll do any good whatsoever. I'm going to move this 2 to here. This will move this down by 1. And we'll re-roll. Actually, sorry. All right, that's better. That's much better. So now we get our 6. We can move this 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want to go 5. We don't want to go 6. Which I prefer to do more, but I don't want to trigger the thing. 6, we don't need energy yet. If I put a 6 here, that's actually going to cause some damage, and I think I just simply have to accept that. I could go 5, actually. If I go 5, this will move down to here, and I don't really have a way to blow up the ship still. Unless I use my ability this time around. To basically increase damage. I'm going to do that there. That's going to move this down to here. I'm going to use this 6, but I'm going to put it, and I'm going to put it right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I might end up using Yaroslav's ability. And then this 4 does not get re-rolled. I kind of need to move it here, but then I'll move it down for energy. 1, 2, 3, and that moves that there. Okay, we're good. That was rough. Okay, so opening values, we're actually going to move the 5 down. We're not going to move the 4 down because we don't need the energy. We'll take these 2 out of the way. We're going to blow up the 3. We're going to blow up the 4. We're not going to blow up the 6, unfortunately. The excavator comes down for 1. That got used, and then this is going to get used to move us up another slot. That is rough. We're going to bring this down. We're going to get 2 ships filling in the columns, and then we're going to get 1 new white ship filling in the right-hand column, because that is the ship that's farthest down. All right. Some big values here. Huge values. Big money. Big savings. I love it. We're going to go 6 here. We're going to get hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I do this, I'm going to be able to go up 16 on this move. Now that counts as 1 damage. How much am I actually getting? I think that puts me all the way up here, and then I use Samantha's ability to put me up here. It's risky. It's really risky. But I've been playing this game really safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That moves over 1. I do have to re-roll these. Okay, a 4 and a 1. I think I have to play this here to move this down. I'd rather move the excavator, but I don't want to move that. So that's it. That's my move. Rooms phase now. We're going to get that. We're going to get 3 energy. We'll do the 3 energy after I do the research, because the research is going to knock this down to 2. This is going to go up by 16, because there's a -1 on this. So 16, 3, 7, 8, 11, 13, 14. So it goes up to here. We're then going to go ahead and use Samantha's ability. That's going to move this up by 1. There's a part of me that wanted to use this +1 bonus on the research stuff right now, but I don't think that that would be a good idea. We do take 1 damage from that, and then we're going to gain 3 energy from that. So the hope is that I can finish this off in the next 2 turns. We're going to have at least 1 more damage from that, but if we can keep it to that, we're good. Let's see how this goes. I think for this next turn, we actually kind of have to blow some stuff up, though. So this is going to come down 1. This is going to add a ship here, because that's an empty column. No effect from the mothership, though. All right. Lot of garbage. So we'll go ahead and do the 2 here, because that's actually not a bad way to use that. The rest of this looks horrible. We're going to do a 2 here. Move this down, move this over. We'll do a 4 here. That moves this down to here, and then we're going to re-roll these 2. These 2 are probably going to go into these 2 spots here. We'll move the 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And re-roll this. We're probably going to get hit again. Let's try this again. All right, 5. Yeah, we're going to get hit, unfortunately. We could have gone 5 up here, let that be a 4 instead, and then taken the mothership coming down by 1. But I'd rather have the mothership coming down by 1 and us get an extra white than to have to deal with the mothership coming down by 1 and then moving our thing back. So, and I think we're okay beyond that. All right, so let's figure this out. We've got 2. We can actually move this 2 down somewhere, but there's nowhere to really move it to. We're not going to get anything from that in any spot. Right? Yeah, we're not going to get anything. So the 2 gets ignored. This moves us up by 1, which, yay. This simply allows us to excavate down. This will use up the rest of our energy, but we get a robot out of this. The robot is going to be a 5. So we'll go ahead and put the 5. I think we're just going to put it on one of these energy spaces so that we get that energy going forward. And then we're also going to get an 8. Yeah, actually, I'm sorry. This is a 6. This is a 6 it's supposed to be. So we're going to get 8 to destroy anything with an 8 on it. That's literally every ship except for 1. That white one gets destroyed. Those all get destroyed. And that's a really good, helpful place to be. So that's going to move down 1. We're going to get a new ship. And it's going to go like this. The reds are going to fill in the empty columns. And then the whites are going to go like that. So there we go. We now no longer have to worry about that excavation panel coming back, because I think we're clear on there. We can use this one, which gives us a -3, but it allows us to move up a little bit more slowly. We'll see how it goes. This is going to be tricky, I think. You know what? I think instead of energy, we want this 6 over here. I think we want it there, because this will help us get some additional research going up. But we essentially have 2 turns left, and we can only get multiple spots on one of them if we want to survive. So I think what we're going to do first is we're going to do the 5 over here. Yeah, because that's going to move the white one here, and it's going to move this red one here. We can do a 4 here. That'll move that there. Now that's all one column. We need energy. So we're going to go ahead and place the 3. So right now I'm looking at 6. And I'm looking at least 8. And if I can get one more on there, that will allow me to get right next to the 11 without actually going onto it. It'll lower my damage by 1, but at least I'll be on the 3 with 1 turn left, and that will be enough to get me over, I think. So I think what we want to do, but we need to get energy. We need to get a lot of energy. So I think what I need to do is I need to do the 3 and not drop it. We need to do the 3 here. We're going to do the variable one and then re-roll this. All right, that's good. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's good. We'll do that one there. Do I need to re-roll the 6 on the other one? No. Can I put that somewhere useful? Yes. I can put that right there. That'd be enough. So that's going to give me 17. No, sorry. That's going to give me 14. Yeah, that won't be quite enough. Wait, that gives me 6. So this'll. This is frustrating. I need to put this here. I don't really have a choice in the matter. I need to get this used. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to put that there. All right. First things first, I'm going to get 6 energy out of this. So that's a huge plus. Plus, I also get 6 research. I'm going to get 6 research out of this. Plus, I'll get 1 more research on the next turn. So what I could do is I could move 1, 2, not take any damage, and then try to replicate this on the next turn. My concern is that I think I'm going to get hit by that. I think no matter what, I'm getting hit by that 6. And if I take 1 damage, I can't take another damage from research. So I think with these 3 researches, I can go up 3 spots and be done with it. There we go. All right, that's going to be what I do. I used 3 energy there, so that goes down to 3. Mothership comes down by 1. Research goes back by 1. Or the excavator goes back by 1. All right, we need to do it on this one. This 6 is going to go down to a 5. But fortunately, that 5 allows me to get that 3, knock that out, and then that means that I just need to get 11 on that green space. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 6 in this middle column because I have nothing there. I'm going to do 4 in this column because that leaves this down to here. That's not quite enough. I need to get a 2. That's not quite enough. Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm putting this 6 here so I can increase the value of a dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, I don't want to do that. Do the 6 here. Do the 6 here. There we go. 1's going to go here. These don't move. 4 is going to go here. This moves down to here. And now I think we're set. We're going to use the Cairo ability to move this down to here. We now have a 5 here, so we can do that research. And we have used the last of our energy to get this 11 research, which gets lowered by 1, except we can use this to increase by 4. So this becomes a 5, and that is enough to push us over the end, and we win. Oh, man. That was an interesting exercise there. But that's it. We did it. Took 30 minutes, and we saved Cairo. You're welcome, Cairo. So glad we could help. And now we move on to round 3. Chapter 3, we got 3 more games to go before we get to the end, and I'll see you tomorrow.